All right, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Factorio Space Age, Deathworld Permadeath. In the last episode, we finally got our flamethrower turrets up and running, so we now have some formidable base defense. Yeah, we have a massive solar farm up to the north, and it's going to be time to start thinking about a main bus, long-term resource collection, so let's get ready for that. I'm gonna get the new chat on the new stream opened. And I'm gonna want to take apart pretty much all of this and make something new. We have to finish the advanced oil processing though. All right. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to make more green science juice. Let's get started on that now. I'm gonna make 50 inserters. And this shouldn't take long to make, and then we can finish researching the oil processing. I don't know if we have enough chemical science packs, but I can certainly make more if we don't. Oh, wait. We might actually have enough. So I have 16 of these, and each one has 3. 16 times 3. Yeah, I think we have enough. Yeah. Okay, good. There we go. Let's top up the fuel levels on all the furnaces. Everywhere. It looks like these 2 chests are completely full of gears. So I might want to bring some down to the production area. There we go. I now have advanced oil processing. That's going to be important. The bulk inserter is pretty important. I may end up using trains for some of my stuff. I don't really know yet. I'll definitely want to research advanced material processing, so let's get started on making some chemical science packs, but I will need some engines in order to do that. That requires gears, plates, and pipes. Let's go grab a whole bunch of shit. There we go. We have over 9,000 gear wheels made. Nice. Massive amount of copper cables, copper ingots. So, gear wheels, steel plates, and pipes. Gonna need more steel than that. Let's go empty some of these chests. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. All right, looking good. Now, do I want to repipe this? It would certainly kill time while I made a hefty amount of engines. It would definitely kill some time. Let's grab everything out of the car. I would need big electric poles, underground pipes. We already have those, so I mean, I could do it. If I want to open this area up for like factory shit, I could do it. These explosives, I would have to start making normal explosives in order to make it, which I think we can do in a chemical plant. Yeah. Requiring coal, sulfur, and water. So, I think I'm gonna make some of those. Let's grab a little bit of coal. A little bit more iron. And we have an offshore pump already. There's water to the north. Let's grab the car and let's start pumping out some explosives. Yeah, this is only temporary. All right, there we go. I'm getting the frame rate issues, again, that we were getting yesterday. I don't really know why. I'll try not to read too much into it, though. Hello, gamer fam. Hi, sister. How are you? All right, that should make a whole bunch of explosives. So we'll leave that running for a while. It looks like there's no longer enough iron reaching the circuit production area. but that was to be expected. Maybe I will cease production on the ammunition. We'll have to make some cuts. And I could cut my steel production in half, too. We certainly don't need more pipes, so I'll get rid of these. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna have more iron going up here to the circuit production now. We're getting a whole bunch of engines. And we'll continue to get more as time drags on. Now, in order to make the chemical science packs, I have a lot of these advanced circuits, so I should be able to make a good amount, at least enough to research the advanced, well, maybe. I don't know if I can make 250, but we'll see. Basically, oh, you know what? I think so. Yeah, I think I have enough circuits because we end up with 2/3 the chemical science packs of however many advanced circuits we had on hand. All right. Yeah, we should be good. Indeed. Yeah, we even have enough sulfur, I think. I need 125 sulfur in order to make enough. And I have 150. Right on. We're good. I'll be able to make the, make all of those. Anyway, let's make a bunch of pump jacks and... How many is over there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pump jacks. I'm gonna grab more pipes from the production line over here. Okay. Grab more gears. We've almost completely depleted the iron vein that was here. Let's go start setting up our oil. And I need to count something with the walls. I need to make sure that my flamethrower turrets are at least 16 blocks away, like 17 blocks away from the outermost wall. You had a rough couple days there with the funeral? Right, right. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that. All right, well, that seems to have helped with my situation a little bit. Yeah. Let's count. F5, grid mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I am going to need these flamethrower turrets to go a little bit further away. Otherwise, big spitters are going to be able to fuck up my setup. I could theoretically just try to move these back, but I won't have as complete turret coverage. I would need to move them back by 4 squares from where they currently are, which I can do. And we don't lose that much distance. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, these should be beyond the max spit range. Let me just double check. So the spitters list, they have a range, right? Range of 16. So yeah, as long as my flamethrower turrets are a minimum distance of 17 blocks away, we should be good. We just have to make sure we move them back by 4. All right. Have I played this before? Many times over. Yes, yes, I have. We have some series with it. If you're interested in picking up the game and trying to learn it yourself, there might be multiplayer, so you might be able to like play it with your boys or something. 2, I have a lot of series, I believe. Yeah, we have a lot of Factorio Deathworld content, like an entire page. So you could like, you know, you could watch as I do and kind of like learn the game. This part could be a little hard to figure out. Hang on. Is that how I want it? I think so. It's got a good wraparound of range, but I have to make sure that they can't get too close. The biters, the spitters, I mean. So from there, how many tiles away is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, definitely have to just make this wall like that. I think they'll be fine. Yeah, that one should be far enough away where they can't shoot at it. I am worried about this area. Like, I'm worried about it, but... it will be a vulnerable point. Possibly. Like, there's every likelihood that it might be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is technically the max range. It should be safe. Like, technically it should be. But I may yet want to move these back by 1 more tile just to make damn sure. You know what I mean? Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 17. Yep. Okay. That should do for right here. We just have to move all of these turrets back by 4 as well. And this part's easier, because I don't have to account for the corner. Okay. Hello, Snap. It goes okay, buddy. Having a rough go of it, but that's not news to any of you, right? Life is hard. My cortisol levels have been extremely high, and I've been waking up in the middle of the night for like months, weeks, you know, like at least weeks, probably months. And I'm hoping that if I have a hot shower tonight before bed, and if I have a hot shower tonight before bed and I meditate, then I might have an easier time sleeping through the night if I ditch some of that cortisol preemptively, right? That's the hope anyway. Yeah, that's where I'm at. How goes it on your end? God, we're still getting the frame rate problems. Maybe I should remove the volumetric clouds or something. Let's remove the clouds and see if that helps with the frame rate problems. Because when my character's moving, the game gets choppy. Yeah. Hmm. Well, the refresh rate here says 60. No idea. Maybe turning on the V-Sync will help it. I mean, at a glance, it looks like it helped. Yeah, maybe I just need to leave on V-Sync. There we go. This might be a vulnerable point, though. What's the grid look like? No, I think that's fine. Yeah, we're good. Okay, that turret is now safe. All right, there we go. I did. I tagged everybody in the Discord server, and I just kind of directed them to his Venmo and Cash App and explained his current situation, right? How he's got, like, he's paid off almost all of his debts, but his car broke down. You know, he's got like 1,200 more left to pay off, and I asked that if anybody wanted to do something kind, that he would appreciate all the help he can get. I told him that he's donating plasma to get by, that he's currently homeless, that he's trying to find his footing, and, you know. It's fucking tragic, dude. I might have to put 2 turrets here. Or just move it back to there. And then... there we go. We restored the flow of oil. So now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, even the really big biters won't be able to hit that. Well, spitters. Yeah, I hope it works out for him too, buddy. He's in a pretty tragic spot right now. Where's our car? We left it down here by the wall. His car breaking down right as he was paying off his debts was fucking really, really tragic. I didn't quite build this right, so I have to do some alterations in order to fix it. But we can fix it, and we currently are. Or I could just do this, and then it won't look like it's off much at all. Yeah, let's do that. Shit. Moving that turret back is kind of out of the question, unless... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They would need to stand here in order to shoot that. I do want to move it back by 1. What I might have to do is move these turrets over to some degree. So we'll do that. And I need a new pump here as well. I just got to be really careful about how I do this. It'll be really easy to fuck it up. So put that there. Grab that. Lay down the piping. And then put the pump here. Okay, those are connected. I think that's a suitable amount of coverage on that wall. And I'm going to go back here because I can make that look a little cleaner over there as well. It literally seems to me like lately everybody is going through like extreme struggles. Like it literally seems like everywhere I look, it's not just my life and Zuzi's life, everybody's life, it feels like they're falling apart and they're struggling to hold it together. It makes me wonder if world government started doing something new to the water supply or some shit. You know what I mean? I certainly wouldn't put that past them. It just feels like everybody is kind of teetering on the edge of despair. Although maybe that's just, you know, it's easy to think that when you are currently teetering on the edge, which I sometimes feel I am. All right. Sometimes you just wish you could stay sleeping. I hear that. Just fall asleep, never wake up again. It's one of those romanticized notions where, like, if only you could choose whether or not you were born and just sort of not have to deal with it, you know? Other days, life is a great gift, though. It just depends on the present circumstances, and lately, though, it feels like everybody's circumstances are horrible. We might actually be in the worst economic time since the Great Depression. I heard that. I heard that the way things are right now is like the worst it's been in the history of the economy for like just working class people. The wire can't reach over there, but I can at least, you know, put one of these. All right. There we go. So I tried to open up this whole space. Now we just need to use the pipes and pumps to deliver the oil along this. And then we'll have opened up like this whole space, you know? Getting rid of this row will help a lot. All of those engines that we've been crafting should be done pretty damn soon. I can't really make any more pumps, so I'm gonna have to grab these and repurpose them. Temporarily, I will just put piping here. And now we have to start threading the oil this way. I will probably need to get some stuff and make new pipes. Sorry, new pumps. We'll need more pumps. It's just gonna involve going back to grab some of the engines that we've been crafting. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. All right, this is where we need new pumps. Your son and you are playing Don't Starve, eh? I heard they're coming out with the sequel for Don't Starve. Are you excited about it? All right, we grabbed the engines that we need. We made a whole bunch. I'll deposit most of them, but I'll take 2 stacks with me. Yeah, we got a lot of engines. Okay, let's make 5 pumps, and let's get back. We are gonna want to wrap that up. However, I may have the go-ahead here to simply start making the blue science juice now. So we'll do that while we're gone touching up on our flamethrowers setup. Yeah, I found out yesterday that we placed our flamethrowers too close to each other. Too close to the walls. Yeah, the bigger gargantuan spitters can actually shoot 16 blocks away. So you want to make sure that your turrets are 17 blocks away from the first wall. Okay, there we go. Those are going to produce a whole bunch of chemical science packs. Okay, let's start putting all of this in. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. I need a landfill here. Fuck, I need one more. Okay. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We need another pump. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. 8, 9, and 11. Now, looks like they're on the underside. I guess I'll keep that pattern going here. Put that right here. Put a little pipe down. We need a new pump. Is there any stone around that I could gather? Because I kind of need a little bit for landfills. There's some up here. Let's go grab it. Yeah, I heard about it. Let's take a look together. Don't starve elsewhere. Yeah. It's don't starve elsewhere. And it looks like I might have fixed my frame rate issues. By turning on the wait for VSync. I'm just gonna grab all this because it happens regularly enough where we need like a little bit of landfill. We'll make sure we're geared up for the rest of it. I have 4 landfills to use. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Okay. Oh, fuck. No way did I use all 4 of those right there. God, the landfills are so expensive. How much stone do I have left? 11? Perfect. Okay, there's a lot of stone over here, but I only need like 1 more, and then I think we'll be able to finish this rerouting of the oil. Right, I always forget that you can like increase and decrease the size of it, and that you have to target specific tiles. Either way. There. I need a pump here. Another one. I need to try to remember what the key is that you have to press, though, in order to shrink the size of the landfill. It's escaping my memory at the moment. Okay, beautiful. One more pump. And now we can take apart all this piping right here. And I can also grab all of these electric poles. All right. Yeah, that should be good. We cleaned it up quite a bit. Yeah, now we can build in the space if we want. We could have our main bus going, like, just straight down here, right? Yeah, because we have resources up there, but we have no resources down here. It seems like the more prudent option. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Let's grab the car. I have one more wall that I have to move the turrets back on, but now the turrets should be safe from even gargantuan spitters. Glad that today I found the will to just fucking keep on playing. I wanted to stop streaming after that episode 1 of Grounded. It's been an ongoing problem. My motivation's been in the toilet, right? But I managed today. I know, Muffin, right? Oh, poor guy. Poor guy has to play another video game after the first one. Oh, Muffin. But I don't know. I've been going through something pretty pretty severe. I'll level with you guys. I actually, after 3 weeks without a cigarette, I actually bought a pack yesterday, and I'm like back in it now, right? So it hasn't been going too well, but all I do is I keep working on it. I'm gonna be trying. I've been sleep deprived for so long because I wake up every single night due to the cortisol levels, right? And I feel like that's been mounting and gradually getting worse and worse. So I'm gonna try taking a hot shower and meditating before bed tonight to reduce my cortisol levels preemptively for sleep. All right. Okay, that turret should be safe. Let's just make sure. I'll count it. Yeah, that should be safe. If you have your turrets 17 blocks back, then that means that the big spitters, they would have to break, I think, one of the wall segments in order to hit it. Let me find out. Yeah, so they actually have to break 2 wall segments in order to attack my torches. I appreciate that, gamer fam. Thank you. I feel like for a lot of us, it's like we're grateful to be alive, but we feel like we're wasting our lives with too much sadness and unhappiness. And I think that a lot of that is just because of the way society is designed. It's not exactly built for savoring the life that we have and getting the most out of it. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us feel that deep down. We feel like we're wasting our lives, but it's not our fault. It's just the way that the world works that we're a part of. I personally dream of, like, one day an economic reform happens and, you know, like it'd be amazing if society prioritized morality over money, right? Principle over profit, character over currency, but these just aren't the values that we know. And I sometimes wonder if that's even by our own design. I heard a theory that what religions view as demons is actually just aliens, and that there's aliens regulating humanity and kind of torturing it, right? So, make of that what you will. Gonna put on my little tinfoil hat here. Because I just feel like humanity wants what's best for itself. And if that's the case, we could not have possibly wanted a society like this, where everybody's enslaved to debt. And where inflation grows at an exponentially faster rate than our wages do. It really just, it seems like it has to be by design, right? It doesn't look like an accident from where I'm sitting. But even in hell, we can still dream. And I love you guys. We can love and we can dream. A better world is possible. We just have to crucify everybody who's not letting it happen. I can think of a few bigwig CEOs who could be placed on that chopping block. Maybe a couple hundred political figures. Legal executions, though. Nobody engage in any sort of vigilantism. I have to say that, otherwise, you know, you get in legal trouble for things like that. Like, they try to frame you for incitement if you start talking about the public holding political rulers accountable for corruption. When really you're not trying to incite anything, you're just trying to help. Right? You're not trying to incite fucking violence and get innocent people killed. You're trying to go after the people who aren't innocent. And there's a very big distinction there. All right, let's head back home. I'd imagine all of those chemical science packs are now done producing. And we need to fill up a lot of our machines. 4 of the iron drills are now depleted and empty. All right. There we go. $3,000 electronic circuits. That's pretty awesome. I'm glad I redirected resources toward that, because that's the only reason why we have that to claim right now. I shut down certain parts of our iron production so that more of it would be prioritized to reach the circuits up there. Anyway, as predicted, we do have a veritable fuck ton of chemical science packs. Let's see what we can do with it. Nice. We have 322. Let's load those up. And then we're going to start researching these advanced material processing furnaces, but we're going to have to make more green science goop. Still got a lot of leftover engines, a lot of them. We did great on that. Let's deposit the red circuits in here. The wood, right there. Coal. All right. Now, yeah, green science packs. We're gonna need transport belts and inserters. The supplies used to make these are super cheap, so I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of the green science juice, like a lot of it. I'd like to make an exact amount, if I can. So every yellow inserter requires an iron plate, an iron gear wheel, and electronic circuits. So let's do like 400. So I need 4 stacks of gear wheels, 2 stacks of electronic circuits, and then 4 stacks of iron. Honestly, let's double that up. I feel like it's pointless to do a small order when we know we're gonna need more later. Okay, we're crafting 800 inserters. And the materials are evenly divisible. We have 800 that we're making, and we have 8 chests to deposit the crafting resources into. Very nice. Those won't take long to craft. We have enough red science juice already. Once we make the green shit, we'll be able to finish research on the electrical furnaces much faster, much more energy efficient. All right. So, we're going to want to start setting up this oil field now. We got the defense. The defense is required. I love having this remote view over here. You see that? Like, I can observe the satellites from here. Yeah, this is really dope. And now all the turrets are a safe distance away. We don't really have to worry much about them. Making laser turrets, oh my god, these are done already. Making laser turrets is going to be one of the next steps, but we do have to get other resources squared away first. Now I'm going to need 800 transport belts. Given the fact that I make 2 at a time, that means I'm going to need to make 400. So I need 400 iron plates and 400 gear wheels. And then we have to switch the machine, all of them, into the transport belts. All right. Once all of these are done, I'll be able to make the green science packs. Okay, there we go. Now let's get busy. We'll try to get started on our oil refinery and everything that comes with that. Let's grab some requisite materials that we might need for crafting crane arms, you know, like inserters, chests, various other buildables. I need copper wire. Maybe I'll grab 2 stacks. We need 2 stacks of stone. Couple of engines. A little bit of coal we already have. Okay, we're good. Yeah, let's go set up our oil refinery. At least get started on it, right? Hi, sweetie. I could do it tonight after work. Why don't you just start dinner and I'll do the dishes when I'm done?
Problem.
I've got another...
I'll do what I feel like doing.
Okay, feel free to save me some, okay?
I
Or
mean,
all of it.
You'll be doing the for the next 4 days while I'm at work. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, still, it is your day off, so consider leaving it for me and you can relax. Yeah, true. The audiobook is a wild card I don't usually think about. Zuzi likes to listen to her audiobooks whenever she does otherwise mundane tasks. It makes it relaxing for her, she says. All right. So, the oil fields. Here we go. We're beginning to set it all up. I brought exactly enough for all of the oil spots. That's amazing. It'll be fucking devastating if the biters ever get in here, though. I might want to make a substation for this. I think a substation would probably power, like... Oh. Okay, well, it's not that big. Alright, never mind. We'll just, you know, we'll do, like... regular wiring. And in typical Tom fashion, I'm trying to keep the lines as straight as possible. All right. Okay, so these are just accumulating an amount of crude oil, right? They're not wasting oil. Yeah, it looks like they're just building up like a little stockpile. Target full. Are these causing, like, oil spills? No. Alright, well, for now, I'm going to deactivate all these because when we're setting up the piping, I don't want to be wasting resources. Like, I might have to go back and change some of the piping. And I don't want the pipes to be full if I have to change them, right? So if I just disconnect that one, all of these become disconnected. That'll make it easier to manage. All right. So, ratio of refineries to pump jacks, Factorio. We're definitely going to want to do the advanced oil processing route, but we're going to need to make like large storage vats. Hang on. Yeah, you actually get more petroleum for the same amount of resources as long as you do the advanced oil processing, right? Okay, so technically I can convert heavy oil into light oil and then light oil into more petroleum. Like, that is a thing I can do. Okay. Well, the logistics of setting that up are like a nightmare to me, but let's take a look at the oil refinery. Is light oil cracking done in the chemical plant? Yes, it is. Okay. So heavy oil becomes light oil becomes more petroleum gas. What's the input for the water? Okay. On the bottom. Also on the bottom. Yeah, I never quite managed to make a truly clean refinery area, but I'll try, you know? It usually ends up looking quite messy. You need to have a lot of space between them, because you're going to have very complex piping networks, and the more space that you leave yourself, I find the easier it gets to manage. All right, so we're going to set all of these to advanced oil processing. I do have more room to put more of these up above. So I could put 4 more refineries here if I wanted to. I'm gonna want to create large storage vats. They're expensive. I can't make very many, but it's a start. Those are 3x3. I might want to move these down then, and then have more space between them. Oh, Gamer Fam is sis. Yeah, she ain't bro. Yeah, she's sister. Sister fister, you know what I mean? That's nasty. Okay. Yeah, we need gaps of 6. Landfill that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 refineries, each one with 6 blocks of space between them. We can store our light and heavy oil in here at kind of the midway point. And we can use these to craft more petroleum or something. And we're also going to want to use it to make, like, I think, rocket fuel later on. Yeah, this shit. Rocket fuel. It requires solid fuel and light oil. I'm not really sure how to make solid fuel yet. Oh, solid fuel can be made from any of these. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to want to have a chemical plant set up. 2, in fact, for just processing this stuff into more petroleum if we want to. So this is going to be heavy oil cracking into light oil, and then this will be light oil cracking to petroleum gas. I don't know how we're going to set this up. But we'll find a way. I want to make it so that it'll just keep working no matter what. So, like, we'll have some light oil get processed into rocket fuel, right? Yeah. We'll figure it out. It's possible that I might never actually be able to... Oh. I might never be able to have it fully automated. There might always be, like, some level of involvement that I'll have to have with the oil refinery. But I think we're just about ready to begin setting it all up. I'm going to make the other 4 refineries right now, but we're going to have to craft some gear wheels. Let's go back to base. And I can put all of the green science juice into our labs and we can research the electric furnaces. It's going to be nice when we have rocket fuel. I'm pretty sure I can put it in the car and just fucking zip. On a long enough timeline, we'll make an Exxo suit that allows me to run at super fast speeds. We're going to have customizable modular armor. It's really cool. I'll be able to, like, superpower my character and my vehicles and all sorts of shit. Okay. Yeah, we got a whole bunch. This will finish the research on the electric furnaces, so we got that going. I'm gonna grab more gear wheels. Like 400 of them, and then we also need a lot more iron. I'll grab 8 stacks of iron. And more piping. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely checking out 3.0, buddy. I love the toggleable settings that they're adding. Like, I can disable rage mode, I can disable zombies digging down. We might literally have like a cave lurker series where I just avoid blood moons and I just try to ramp up the general difficulty of everyday zombies instead, right? It no longer has to be a tower defense game, so we can base where we want, do what we want. Yeah, I could literally have a cave base in the middle of a town, like the exact center of a town. Avoid blood moons entirely and just have fun with the day-to-day survival of it. And I'm sure by 2028 we'll have Undead Legacy too. Sarcasm noted, right? I'm gonna want to move these forward quite a bit, just to make sure that I have more room for more storage here. And I'll move these down by 1 more. Widen this space so I have more room for piping. You gotta make sure you're accounting for the fact that you'll need a lot of pipes intersecting. So the more room you leave yourself, the better. Don't make the same mistake I did when I first started out and try to cram everything in neat little lines. You need to be able to walk through an area, and you also need to factor in that you might have pipes going under other pipes, which are going over other pipes, and like you'll have like this spaghetti web of like a whole bunch of shit, right? So just space everything out with your oil refinery and don't try to squeeze it all in. All right, all of these are doing the light oil, like the advanced oil processing. We're gonna need to feed water to each one. For that, I'm gonna need a water pump. I don't really know if I'm gonna need any sort of pump for the water, because this is a pump. But I'd imagine like what, 17 blocks is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. If I want to increase the speed of this, then I will need to put a pump here. So I'm gonna move that back. I'm gonna craft a pump. That's why we brought engines. And we'll just make sure that that pump is connected to power. Which we can do later. All right, so that pump is going to keep this water flowing as fast as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. The water delivery is being fed everywhere, and it's as fast as possible. But this pump is going to need electrical power in order for the water to get any further. Yeah, the water cannot pass through the pump. Okay. But that part is all set up. So now we're going to need to pipe all of these together and try to keep it as clean as possible. You know me. Right? Yeah, we'll try to do it like this. I pretty much have a straight shot all the way over there, so I may want to make sure I have a pump somewhere around here at like a midway point. You know what? I have to be more meticulous about it. I have to go like this. Like, basically, I'm going to have to make sure that I have a surface pipe anywhere where one of these has to be fed. So, like that. And then connect these. And I will do my best to preserve like walking paths. You know, the more places that I can get through, the better. Even just doing that allows you to run through, right? That's connected. We're gonna need to connect these as well. How many pipes is that? 1, 2. Honestly, I do definitely need a pump somewhere in here. Maybe right there. Can't be right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh yeah, we need a pump. So you know what? I'm going to... Where does the pump go? Maybe I could connect these and then I wouldn't need that anymore. Would that work? Let's move that back. And then bring this down right there. And then... put that there. Connect these like that. I can get rid of that. And then make a pump. All right, so we're like boosting the speed at which it delivers all of the oil with that. So these are connected. This one has to be connected still. We can connect these two to make it easier. I still have good footpaths if I ever have to run through here. Okay. Yeah, we're managing. It looks messy. It's because it is, but we are managing. All right. Okay, so all of these pump jacks are connected here. How am I gonna add a pump to this? You know what? I can put one right here. All right, there we go. Nice. That'll work. We got 2 pumps keeping everything flowing quickly. All of those are connected. Now we're gonna need to pipe all of this oil into the refineries. We already have the water prepared. So, starting here, I guess. Yeah, not gonna lie, this shit gets damn hard to figure out. But honestly, you do it once and you learn how to do it forever. It's just, it's hard to learn it at first. Nobody's first oil factory is perfect, right? Like, it takes repeated attempts to get it right. I think I'm gonna try to add a pump right here. Let me check out this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. Yeah, it goes quick. We may not need another pump at this point. I feel like it might be redundant because there's a processing time on this anyway. I don't really know if I should try to incorporate another pump into this. I could attempt it. What if I make a pump? I could move that back by 1 and theoretically put a pump in there. Yeah, put that pump there. Collect that. Extend this. Tunnel that. Right here. That's connected to power. Although, like, this is where the big nest of pipes is, so... However, that might get me over here for the next pump. Like, it might work. Or I could put that right there, collect this pump, move that back, like that, bridge the gap there, and then from here, I could put the pump right there. Oh, but I would have to move that up. I mean, which I guess I can do. Put that there. Now that's connected to a pump. $16. So that is technically working as we want it to. I hope I'm doing this all correctly. I think I am. As you move stuff around, it gets easy to fuck it up, right? Like, you kind of lose your train of thought and become more likely to make a logistics mistake. Hopefully everything's going to be built properly and work smoothly. All right, we have another pump right there. We're going to have to supply some power to it, but that's not too hard. Yeah, do that. Well, without that one, we don't have any power here, so I'll have to keep it there. Move that back over. Move that back over too. Redo this wiring because it's atrocious. All right. Oh, and we don't need this anymore. Yeah. Wasted. Okay, we managed to fish the oil into every single machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah, there's not enough of a pressure drop for it to matter. So this should theoretically be feasible, and it should work if we fire it up. All of these machines should get filled up with crude oil very easily. Let's connect the power. It certainly looks operational. We just have to check every machine and make sure it's got crude oil, which it looks like it does. And right now, all of the pipes are gradually filling up. Right, these can't receive more water unless I power that pump. They're all filling up with oil. It's happening. Okay, the water pump is now working. Very good. The pump jacks are stopped. They're not moving, which means that everything filled up. Everything's good. All of these are connected. Pressure doesn't exist anymore in the sense that I remember it. I thought that every 17 pipe sections you needed to have another pump. Anyway, how are you doing, Stereo? Well, I might have to sunken cost fallacy that and just keep it. Late game tech makes pumps obsolete. Well, you know what? I'll keep it the way it is. I'll keep it the way it is. For now. We're gonna want to make 26 speed modules, but we'll do that later. Alright. So now we need to start thinking about our chemical plants. I'm gonna put those out by 3 blocks, and then I have to move these over. There we go. Wait, no, I have to move these over. One more block. Like that. Yeah, we got to keep that lane clear. All right, so, we'll put all the heavy oil in here. Light oil in here. We're not going to have a very good walking path going down here. I don't really think I can do anything about it. Unless... All right. And then we're going to fish all of this over here, I think. All right. So all of the heavy oil is now being routed into these 2 containers right here. From every single machine, it's all being routed, and it looks kind of clean. Like, this is good. Ugh. Yeah, now we have to get all the light oil into the lower two. And, you know what? We're gonna keep this going here, all the way up there. And then we're gonna connect it to here instead, so that I can use this to go, like, out. All right, heavy oil cracking into light oil right here. And then I'm gonna wanna pipe this light oil into here. Into the pipe that connects to all of this. Yeah, the shit's damn hard to figure out sometimes. What if I do the heavy oil in here? And then the light oil here, the light oil cracking. I didn't know you could run through those. Okay, oh, buddy, this is hard as shit. First off, I have to move that down by 1. Right? Oh, no, I actually have to move these up. Shit. Okay. That's all connected. This doesn't need to pass under. This might help me out, actually. This might help out a lot. Yeah, having those placed in the proper position. So we pipe all of this over here. Which feeds into there. Oh, I like that. There's like the dotted line that tells you the fluid system and where it's all going. I like that a lot. Okay, now we have to get the light oil from these 2 canisters in here. I think I'll go 3 pipes out on this. Like that. All right, so those are being fed into here, into these 2. those are being fed into the same pipeline. Over here. And then move that over there. Now we just need to put water into both of these machines, and then we also, like, additionally, I need to make sure this light oil gets rerouted into here. Or just, like, into that pipe, actually. That's a pretty easy fix. I think. Okay, so the light oil will get fished into here where it will become more petroleum. Yeah, I think, like, cross your fingers, I think this might work. The dotted lines will be color-coded if they're running for a while. Like, if I connect power, that's pretty cool. Okay, I can activate both of these with just one of those. Let's make more of those power poles. All right. Yeah, let's bring the water down. And we still have to pipe the petroleum. Hopefully we have an easy time with that. I think so. I've tried my best to keep the lanes in front of the petroleum, like, completely clear. You know what I mean? The electric furnaces are now unlocked. They probably have been for a really long time. Yeah, let's bring some water over here. How do I want to go about that, though? Oh, buddy, I have no more underground pipes. All right, I can craft some to keep this going. I'm gonna need to just pull this back a bit, but then it can work. Okay. So the water is now connected to both of these machines. And if I did well, everything else should be, you know, the oil routes should be fine too. Highly complex. But we're not done yet. We got a lot more to set up here. I'm going to disconnect everything from power real quick. We know that the crude oil delivery is perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with the crude oil delivery. All of these machines are being filled. It looks like they're all getting water. Both of those machines are also getting water. This output right here, we can redirect that later to make rocket fuel. Same with, I think you have to make like hard plastics or something using some of this shit. I'm not really 100% sure, but... But we're now gonna have way more petroleum gas all the time. Way more, because this, when you do the cracking, the oil cracking, you get 15 more petroleum gas than if you were just making the petroleum. Yeah, this gives you 45, this gives you 55, but you have to process the heavy and light oil. Yeah, so you get 10 more. And then this will loop back around and give me even more petroleum, right? Like this is the first time I've ever done it that way. So I'm learning as much as you guys right now. Some of you. Okay. Now we're gonna have to move all of the petroleum forward. I don't know if that's gonna be easy or hard, but let's start with something like this. And then we'll try to connect the petroleum from every machine over to that. It looks like we have an open lane right here. Yeah, I could branch it off right here. That's tricky. That's very tricky. Let's make more of these underground pipes. I might actually... Yeah, I can't put this over there, otherwise it's gonna fuck with those. So we're gonna have to move this over a little bit. I could do this. Then fish it under. That should have no intersection problems at all. Maybe I'll just connect all these like that. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, is just add a pipe and then connect them sideways. Yeah, we have no other pipes going that way, so it's a very easy thing to squeeze in. Except for right here. This is where I would start to have a little bit of an issue. I need to leave this tile open. So I'll go like that. And then I'll connect those so that we can then pipe all of the petroleum through here. There's nothing better than doing all this work and then firing it up for the first time and seeing that everything is working the way you planned it to. What do you think, Stereo? Am I doing a good job here, buddy? Does this look like a clean build so far? I love how good I did leaving footpaths. Like, I can just run through the whole area. It's so much cleaner than I usually do. I suck at making these, man. I'm gonna make more of those. And when I connect the big ones to them, yeah, you can make a straight line with that. Nice. Technically. Hmm. Now, these aren't exactly straight lines, but I can clean up the wires. Possibly. Hang on. Make that straight. And then put another one right there. And then disconnect all these. Where's Uzi? There, we have straight lines. Everything is thus far connected. Hey, Uzi, look at all this. Come, come. I want to show you how complicated this is. You'll love it. Okay, so these harvest oil. I have the oil going through a pipe network. All of these 13 pump jacks. The crude oil comes over here and gets distributed between these 8 oil refineries. Every oil refinery produces 3 things: heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum. So I have an elaborate network of pipes here where each thing is going where it needs to go. All the heavy oil is getting routed into these 2 vats, which then fuels this machine, which then creates more light oil, which then creates more petroleum. And all the light oil goes into these 2 vats and makes more petroleum, and all of the petroleum is going somewhere else to be used for other stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's remarkable.
I know. I'm your little engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trust me, I'm an engineer.
With epic skills in it.
You can flip buildings with fluid inputs horizontally and vertically? Interesting. I'm just pressing R. How would I rotate it the other way? Now, where's the petroleum going again? Okay, over here. So this is our petroleum pipe. It's all connected. So we put the petroleum out there. All of the petroleum is now connected, and we can make like a lab area here, like a chemical plant. Well, several chemical plants for varied purposes. H and V? Oh my god, you can change the inputs. Oh my god, that changes everything, dude. Thank you. Wow. That's insane. All right, well, thank you, buddy. Yeah, that I was, you know, that's huge. We have our chemical plants now. I have no idea how I want to set these up, but so the first thing that we would want to make with petroleum, like we can make solid fuel or whatever, but I'd want to have automated plastic bars for sure, but we would need to make regular deliveries of coal here. So we'll go with plastic first. Yeah, definitely go with the plastic first. All right. There's no good walking path here. What if I need to preserve a walking path of some sort. So let's get rid of those. And then yeah, I need to be able to walk through here. I can easily put more petroleum out, like, over there by using these pipes up here to do like underground piping. I'm gonna make a couple of, well, 3 steel chests. All right, so we put coal into these back chests, and the plastic will be outputted into the front chests. The petroleum gas is, there's a lot in there. Now, I think that's good for a plastic production setup. I will need to think about automating some batteries, I believe, but I'd like to make it something that I can shut off later. I don't know yet, right? I would love to make some flamethrower ammo. I could make some right now. Can I make a flamethrower? Yeah. Okay, hang on. I'm going to get rid of that pipe, and then the crude oil goes in either of the inputs. So like that, flamethrower ammo, and let's put some steel in there. I'll make myself like a little bit of flamethrower ammo just to make sure I have a very powerful gun that can actually deal with powerful biters when I need it to happen, right? Okay, we're making 10 stacks of flamethrower ammo. That will help a ton if I get caught out with my pants down. All right. Now, if I just put that there, everything's gonna fire up. But we don't want that yet. It's a clean build. We've done well here. It's very daunting to put all this together, but I feel like I'm doing a good job. So now that we have flamethrower ammo, the interruption is over. I need to have a place to mass produce sulfur. So again, we're gonna go with 3 steel chests. For depositing. I like how I can power the whole setup with just one of these medium electric poles. All right. That's all connected now. I can't wait to see this thing roar into life. We're gonna bring a whole bunch of coal for these. And then we need to put some water here where the sulfur is gonna be made. So the water, we piped it over from over here. I can have another water pipe going this way. Okay, the water is being fed into the sulfur machine, and then the petroleum. I need to bring it back by 1, I think, and then there we go. The petroleum is being fed. Very nice. And this will keep working independently of whether or not the plastic is working. Yeah, it's a fork in the pipe. So, I can make these at base. Right? I need to make explosives here, which is just sulfur and coal. And I'm probably going to want to mass produce batteries. Didn't even think about that. Okay, well, we need the sulfur in order to make the sulfuric acid, so it's like the next step. Yeah, so sulfuric acid. And then let's make an underground belt. Bless you, Zuzi. And then a couple of fast inserters right here. They're gonna take some of the sulfur and put it there. I mean, you know what? They're gonna take most of the sulfur and put it in there. And then we're gonna need to have a chest of iron here as well. I can put 3 stacks in there for now. And then we need to pipe some water up here. I'm really glad you told me about the fluid changes, buddy, because I probably would have been kicking myself trying to constantly put pumps everywhere otherwise. All right, so that should do for the sulfur. And then I'm gonna make another chemical plant. We need to automate the production of batteries. So the sulfuric acid is just gonna output straight ahead. Beautiful. And then we're gonna need another 3 steel chests right here. Okay, I honestly think that I'm good to fire this up, but we need to bring necessary supplies. So, petroleum, gas, we're gonna bring a whole bunch of coal. I need like 2 crates of coal here. I'm also gonna need a shitload of iron. Sulfur is gonna be taken care of. I don't need to worry about the sulfur portion of it. So iron, copper, and coal, I believe. That's like all I need. Majority coal. Less iron and copper. And I'm saving a blueprint of all that fucking stat. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, mechanics are important, especially a game like Factorio. The mechanics get so complex. Like, there's all these little nuances, like these little keybinds that most people don't know right off the bat, right? So I'm really grateful, for example, to know that I can rotate the inputs on those chemical plants. That is extremely helpful, and I'm very grateful for it. Let's deposit all that. We'll grab a fuck ton of coal, like a lot of coal. I'm gonna fill up all my machines too. I should keep up production here. I can't neglect it. Those iron chests are completely full. I could fix that though. We may as well keep them producing, right? Like, there's no good reason not to. So we'll pass those along. Same here, actually. There we go. I'm gonna cease the production of ammunition here. All right. Let's fuel up everything else, then head back down there. I want to see what the factory looks like when it's all going. I could not be more excited to set it up. Now I need some iron and copper. I may as well just take like an exact amount that I need. Yeah, we need 2 full steel chests of coal. I'm gonna deposit the majority of my shit right here. And then... load up on iron. I have 2,400 iron, 2,400 copper, but I'll take extra iron. All right, let's go. We're ready, man. We're ready to fire it all up. I haven't made any speed or efficiency modules or anything like that. This thing is going to have the unfortunate byproduct of polluting over the wall, which means our turrets will have to defend themselves on a pretty much regular basis at this point. But we did make sure that every turret was far enough away where it won't get destroyed by even gargantuan spitters. Tried to do our due diligence there. Anyway, all of this should have power once I connect it, provided there's no holes in the line, which it does not appear as though there is. So let's try to hook it all up and just see what happens. Oh, wait, we have to deposit all the supplies first. So, coal. Iron. Copper. There we go. It's fucking ready. Yeah, it's ready. All right. Now let's watch the magic happen, everybody. Ow. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Hey, Susie. You want to see me turn all of this on and see if it works with me? Yeah. It'll take 2 seconds, yeah. No, it won't. Never mind. Go continue the soup. I forgot an item that I need here. Sorry, sweetie. Yeah, we're gonna need one more power thingy. I need one of these. One of the electrical poles. We had to deposit everything back at base in order to have enough room to bring everything. But I may use this as an opportunity to go grab more of what we might need. Yeah, more iron and copper on top of our standard carry gear. And then I'll show you guys and Zuzi the firing up of the factory. She doesn't get it yet. She doesn't get it. I'm trying to get her to want to play Factorio, because it's a game that could keep her busy for a very long time. It's made by Czech developers, so she'd be supporting locally grown. You know what I mean? All right. Let's fill these up. I retrieved all my equipment. Okay, there we go. Should be able to top up those chests. Let's put down another stone collection drill right here. There we go. This is exciting. This game is very complex. It's very hard to learn, very hard to build things. You're gonna have, like, you know, you're gonna try to build something your first time. You're gonna make mistakes and fail to account for certain things. This is like building an oil refinery area this well is really hard to do because a lot of people underestimate how much open space you're really going to need for the whole thing, right? I left a lot of space because I knew it's easy to get like a clogged up space and not have much room. Okay, full on copper plates, damn near full on iron. Every storage chest here is now completely full of its requisite things. Jesus, it's time. All right, Susanna. Feast your eyes upon the ignition of the factory. So all the pump jacks are going. All of these are producing various products, which are now being moved over here. Oh, that's beautiful. Everything's on. We're producing plastic, sulfur, sulfuric acid, which then becomes batteries. Like,
Oh my god.
it's alive.
Remarkable time.
I know.
So good. I understand nothing about it, but you're so good.
We need to get rid of our light oil faster. Thank you, sweetie. So I think I'm gonna craft 3 speed modules, and I'll try to make it so that the light oil cracking to petroleum gas can happen much quicker, like 60% faster, and hopefully that'll stop us from eventually capping out on light oil. Eventually we'll, you know, I could just start making light oil fuel as well, but that's not gonna last forever. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Eventually I'll have to use light oil to make rocket fuel, but we may have to come here once in a while and empty these out, empty out these storage tanks. There, we're using up a lot more light oil now. 495, 81. We're definitely producing it much faster than we can use it, which is unfortunate, but we have 2 tanks that we can fill up. And honestly, this isn't necessary because technically we're just using it to produce even more petroleum. It's not exactly requisite, right? Like, even if this clogs up and... Well, wait, if that was to clog up, then this would stop producing petroleum too. But if this stops producing petroleum, then this will continue burning up all of the light oil, fueling the petroleum need anyway. I don't know if I should have more than one of these or not, but it looks like I may have found a solution to make things operate in perpetuity, more or less. Yeah, because if we ever get to a point where there's no more storage in these containers, it's just gonna default to using this, right? It's alive. It's alive, gamer fam. It's alive. Look at that. We've made 600 plastic already. 300 sulfur. Ooh. Wait. Yeah, we just fucked up an attack from the bugs. Like, decimated them. But now there's gonna be regular pollution over there. So... they're gonna get pissed and they're gonna try to get through here. How much did that wall get damaged? It lost 10 health. That's really not so bad. Yeah, we've made 86 batteries. This is really nice. I might even want 2 more of these. We'll see. I might be able to double up the battery production and make it so I'm using more sulfuric acid. However, I do think I may as well just put a steel chest right there and double up my collection of usable sulfur, because we can fuel all of this with like just that one belt. So I'm gonna make 2 more chemical plants. I'm gonna fish this power over here. I'm going to put down 3 more steel chests. Nice, that actually does reach, which is pretty awesome. Put the steel chests down. Make 6 fast inserters. Yeah, basically what we can do is we can actually just use more of the sulfuric acid like this and just do another one of these right here, right? So, hallelujah. Hajalaja. And then I'm gonna take half of these. Wait. Not half of the iron. Put that in there. Take half the iron, put it in here. We've officially just doubled up on our battery production. So we'll have better throughput now. I may end up discovering that I do want a second conveyor belt of sulfur. I'm not really sure. It looks like we could use a double up. Let's just keep an eye on this and see how production goes for a minute. So far, we have not yet run out of sulfuric acid. But that might happen soon. Are the fluid system contents going down? 49, 39, 29, 19. Yeah, it looks like we could use a little bit more. How much does that make? Yeah, okay. So we'll collect that, and I'll just do 2 belts feeding all this. That's amazing. Oh my god. Another attack? Where is it? Over here? Like the bite of a flea. Fucking flea market over here. My homies call me flea market. This is the cleanest build I have ever done. We just grabbed 1,500 plastic like it was nothing. I'll take that 730 sulfur too, because why the fuck not? Hello, Mary. Welcome, sister. I'm happy to see you. Yeah, the factory's looking beautiful. Check it out, Mary. We got satellite imagery here. I have flamethrower turrets adorning the walls. We have complete coverage, and the flamethrowers are far back enough where the spitters can't target them. And we have like a walled off area here. This is my massive solar farm up there. We got a lot of resources. Oh, yeah, those biters are getting pissed. We're gonna want to try to take out that nest ASAP, because over time they will chip away at these walls. How are you doing, Mary? You doing okay? Oh yeah, they are building up like attack forces. That's honestly pretty fucked. Like, we might want to really rush the laser turrets now. I can monitor the walls though, as long as I have those, what do you call them, radars. I can monitor the walls and keep them safe. Let's head back to base now. I am going to want to try and speedrun getting laser turrets because honestly, the automated battery production is like all you need. And then lasers are like right there for the taking, right? So we're going to research lasers. And then from there, it's one more research of laser turrets, which require batteries, circuits, and steel plates to make. Trivially easy. We have a bunch of that shit. And we can improve the ability of my turret defensive line to annihilate everything that comes to the wall. One thing I've never done, which maybe you can help me with, Stereo, is I need to learn how to use drones to repair a wall. So, like, I suck at the drones. I've never used them before. So if you'd be willing to help me learn how to use the drones, buddy, I would be eternally grateful. Because I always thought it would be really cool if the walls repaired themselves. And I knew that it could be done, but I didn't know how to set it up. I tried to figure it out and I just couldn't get it. All right, let's deposit all these goods that we brought home. Gear wheels. Oh yeah. Man, we killed it today. We did so damn good. Let's grab more piping. We had a lot of pipe to ground crafted. We had so many stacks of it. Now they're all gone. We had like 10 stacks of pipe to ground. We've used all of it. That's incredible. All right. We're running out of red science juice now, and the blue stuff, but we got a lot of the way there. A lot of the way. Yeah, we'll have the laser turrets soon. You got on the struggle bus and you're working on getting off it. You know, that thing is going around. We were talking earlier about how lately it seems like everyone I know personally is really going through it right now. Right? I was joking and remarking that like the government put something new in the water all over the world because it's like turbocharged time on Agenda 21 for depopulation. Well, my heart goes out to you, Mary, and I hope that you find yourself breaking free of that struggle. Myself, I've been really struggling too. I went 3 weeks without a cigarette, bought a pack yesterday, fucked it up, right? I haven't been sleeping well at all. I've been super stressed out, very high cortisol levels. Waking up at 3 in the morning every day, like clockwork, sometimes being unable to go back to sleep for like an hour and a half. It's got me feeling really strung out, like consistent headaches, you know, despair, constantly stressing about the financial situation, the home, the like everything, and just, you know, pulling apart on the seams. So my heart goes out to you. I totally understand the feeling of peril and distress. I hope you get out of it soon. We're in it together, sister. Place a roboport near the walls and add some repair packs and construction drones. Everything within the green radius will be repaired automatically. The hard part is not making the drones do the repair, but making the drones and the roboports. Yeah, I remember it required like this special enameled polymer or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a very high-tech item. Yeah, like the robotics is so complex to make. I need to make lubricant, engines. I also need to make like what is it? There's like a special material right here. The low density structure, the processing unit, like that's a lot of big league stuff. Very big league stuff. Oh, man. I think it's just about that time, though, guys. Unfortunately, it's just about that time to take a break and stop playing, because, I mean, we made a tremendous amount of progress today, and I have a throbbing headache, and I kind of want to give my brain a chance to rest, you know? Which, I mean, curse me for the unfortunate timing, Mary. I'm really sorry to take off right after you got here. But, wait, what's this? Why do we have iron on the belt? Was it one of the drills that I placed? This one. All right. Well, I'm glad that didn't happen up until now. I guess I'll just have this deposit into a chest and then we can feed them manually later. Yeah. All right. Oh. It's amazing that I went through 3 weeks of quitting smoking and then, like, I just do it again. You know what I mean? I hate how much strength of will it takes to quit every time. But I'll get there. We'll improve our circumstances. Zuzi and I are talking about getting a kitten soon, by the way, guys. Mary. Yeah, we're gonna get a little kitten. Give ourselves something to pour more love into around here, you know? The robo frames, eh? Yeah, I remember I had a really hard time making that shit. The flying robot frame. Yeah, I'll need to, I can automate most of that, but the electric engine units, I'm gonna have to, I have to try to automate the production, at least semi-automate the production of the lubricants. Yeah, I think we can manage. It requires heavy oil to craft lubricant. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I am so proud of that oil refinery. In fact, I never really got a blueprint of it. I'd like to save one. I gotta be very, very specific about this, though. All right, that is everything I need. All right, that is the entire oil refinery. I'm gonna save this design because that's honestly the best I've ever built. It really is. I've never done this well before, man. Ever. Like, this is gorgeous. This is incredible, you know? Mega refinery factory. Create blueprint. Okay, and then let's go back to my character here. I need to put that into the blueprint book. Oh my god, yes. So we have the mega solar farm, the assembly area. I might need to work on the assembly area a little bit. But yeah, and then the mega refinery right here. Fucking dope, dude. So dope. Okay. Let's save the game. Quit. Oh, we do need one. We need a little kochka or a kochki. Yeah, those are the Czech words for cat. Anyway, guys, take care. Rock on and peace out for now. Thank you for hanging out with me today. We had honestly a really good time. We had probably the best episode 1 in Grounded 2 that we've ever had. We have our new base location on top of the skateboard. We're beating scorpions like they're just nothing, right? We're doing really well. We're getting ahead. And we have that abyssal, like, aquatic update coming very soon. So, yeah, let's look forward to it, eh? All right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Gamer Fam. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Stereo. Snap, I'm assuming you're probably still there, too. You take care, buddy. Jesper, you as well, brother. You as well. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Peace out. Oh. Oh, my head. Okay.